Hello, welcome to the Self Learning Podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 23, Environment and Sustainable Development. And we are continuing our topic Principles of Sustainable Development. Right to development must be fulfilled by maintaining intergenerational equality. Environmental protection should constitute an integral part of the development process in order to achieve sustainable development. Eradication of poverty is an indispensable requirement for sustainable development. Cooperation between the states and individuals can be more effective in improving the standard of living of the people. Least developed countries are also environmentally most vulnerable. International communities must pay special attention and give priority in order to address the needs of these countries. States shall cooperate in a spirit of global partnership to conserve and restore the health and integrity of Earth's ecosystem. Developed countries should shoulder greater responsibilities because their activities exert greater pressure on the global environment. To attain sustainable development, it is the responsibility of the state to reduce and eliminate unsustainable patterns of production and consumption without compromising an ever increasing higher quality of life to all people. States should cooperate to strengthen endogenous capacity building measures for the sustainable development through building proper scientific temper for enhancing adaptation, diffusion, and transfer of technology, including innovations in technology. Environment should be the concern of everyone, and issues related to it should be handled through the participation of concerned citizens at relevant levels. However, it is the responsibility of the state to provide relevant information and encourage awareness among the public, including the dangers of hazardous material and possible remedies for the same. Every state shall enact effective environmental legislations. It should also judge the relevance of the existing discriminatory legislation adopted by certain countries, particularly against the poorer countries. Economic growth should be linked with sustainable development. States should ensure that the global economic system, particularly the world market relations and trade policies that are discriminatory against the poor countries, should be changed in order to achieve the sustainable development. States shall formulate laws to punish those who are responsible for environmental pollutions and environmental damage, and make provisions to adequately compensate the victims of the environmental degradation. State shall actively discourse the transfer of substances that are found to be harmful to human beings and cause environmental degradation. Every state will have to take precautionary measures to protect their environment depending upon their capabilities. However, lack of scientific know-how and technical lag shall not be taken as the excuse to carry on activities that are threatened to the environment and result in irreversible damages. The national authorities should work for internationalization of environment cost as part of the total production cost. Environmental impact assessment shall become an integral part of the national economic policy. A case of natural disasters, it is the responsibility of the state to share the information with other states that are likely to be affected by such disasters. The international communities should come forward to help the states so affected. Sharing of information regarding environmental issues among the states shall be the basis of building goodwill and faith among the states. Environmental management, sustainable development, and gender empowerment are interdependent. Women should become the focus of all the three. Youth all over the world has greater responsibilities to implement sustainable development because it is mainly their generation which is going to be the immediate victim and sufferer from ecological disasters. Right to protect one's identity should be the basis of sustainable development. It is particularly applicable to the indigenous communities. Every state should take appropriate measures to recognize indigenous knowledge and practices and involve these communities in the success of sustainable development. Freedom of people should include end of domination, occupation and oppression of people and their environment by the oppressors. Restoration of complete rights over the environment and natural resources should be part of the concept of freedom. War and sustainable development are antithetical to each other. Every state should ensure that minimum damages take place to the environment in case of wars. Peace, development and environmental protection are interdependent and indivisible. States shall resolve all their environmental disputes through peaceful means in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations. Finally, it appeals to every individual and state to cooperate and develop partnership based on good faith in order to achieve sustainable development. This was one of the most serious and concreted efforts on the part of the world community to demarcate the development agenda of the 21st century. It was a significant and bold decision in certain respects as it succeeded in forging amity among the highly heterogeneous community of the nation. Now let us wind up the session and take rest. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with the self-learning podcast.